How to prepare effective content for the statement of purpose. Never take for granted the value of statement of purpose examples. You have to compose this document perfectly and in conformity with the statement of purpose format. Most students think it's just another essay assignment where they talk about themselves. But as aforementioned, when considering a statement of purpose versus personal statement, the former is more important. An effective letter gives the impression that you're interested in letting the recipient know how much you want to study in their institution. Write stories instead of statements. Most people would rather read a novel than a newspaper. While the latter can only offer you news and an eye-catching headline, the former tells a story which you can relate to. This applies as well to statement of purpose letters. Given a storyline, you can imagine yourself in place of the narrator or character. You then understand why he had made such decisions in his life. Moreover, stories are better remembered than statements. Quantify the stories you write. As you write these stories, they should serve as a source of information about you. When it comes to information, it comes down to a game of numbers. This means that your narration should contain measurable quantities instead of just stories. This way, the reader understands you better if you add more depth to your statement of purpose. Be specific. Everything you say in your statement of purpose should be specific. Don't include irrelevant stuff just to impress the admissions committee. Whatever you say must have supporting details. Be as introspective as possible, but also explain things clearly. Be direct and straightforward with your explanations without having to sound arrogant. As for your reasons, make sure to word them properly by finding a memorable way to say it. Customize your document. One of the worst mistakes when sending out statement of purpose examples is preparing a basic template and sending the same to multiple recipients. All you change are the relevant names and details. Aside from these, the rest of the document remains the same. This is never a recommended idea for the simple reason that you will send the statement to different places which are very different from one another. Use a formal but conversational tone. Don't be too formal and stiff with the language of your statement of purpose. As mentioned earlier, it should read like a story using a slightly formal language. Add a tinge of fun and uniqueness. Write it with a conversational tone, like when you're talking to someone, but remember to avoid using casual language. Don't invent information about yourself. A statement of purpose should serve as a medium that communicates your personality, attitude, and character to the admissions committee. Although it's a good idea to make your statement in the form of a story, this doesn't mean you should create one. Never inject lies in your statement. Only write stories that have factual basis. If you have something great to write, then do so. If you don't have anything, don't. Talk about the problems you have faced in the past. The statement also affords you the opportunity to focus on some problems you've faced. Share your shortcomings like issues with your academic background, a gap in your career, or any other issues that you can talk about to reassure the admissions committee. Not everyone has a clean background, so it's best to be as honest and straightforward as possible. Explain these issues in a mature way. Indicate the reasons which led to your issues. This is better than constantly defending yourself about the same. More importantly, though, talk about how you overcame these predicaments and what you have learned from these experiences. You should highlight these in your statement. Ask your family and friends to proofread and make suggestions to your essay. Get your family and friends involved by requesting them to proofread, or maybe even critique, your work. Remember that your statement of purpose speaks about you as one person. The close people around may not be as adept on technical lingo, but one thing is for sure. They're all experts on you. This is the exact reason why you should seek their assistance. Wish to include. A statement of purpose is going to be a long document. But before you start writing, you need to think and prepare a list of what all things you would like to include. Statement of purpose ideally lets you express the journey of your life so far and seeks to understand your goals and aspirations. Hence, there are so many things that you can include. You need to understand what all to include in your SOP and then prepare a list. Simply take a piece of paper and jot down all the points that you think you would like to talk about. It must have a list of your short-term goals, if you have more than one, your long-term goals, and of course all the life events you might want to include. Remember, the key is to write down every incident, however irrelevant it might seem. At this stage, you must not worry about deciding what all not to include while writing the SOP. Step 2. Ideate on the theme of your SOP. Your SOP must have a theme. What we mean by that is that it should try to focus on a certain thought process. You might be wanting to tell about everything, but you must decide how your SOP should progress. Thinking of a theme, or to simply put, how your SOP would flow towards your goals, is important. Imagine that you are telling your story, and ask yourself, which incident in your life you would like to stand out. It could be a particular incident that got you interested in that mechanical engineering course, or perhaps how your job highlighted why you need to take up an MBA at that juncture. But finding the theme is very important, and the easiest manner of doing that is finding that one turning point in your life when you knew that this is what you had to do. Step 3. Prune the list. At this stage, you must now revisit the list prepared and start pruning it. After deciding the theme, it becomes, however, to start removing instances which would not fit with it. Simply take a red pen and keep striking out the instances that are not important or would not necessarily go well with the theme decided. Remember, at this stage, it is extremely important to know what to include in an SOP, and more importantly, what all you should not include in your SOP. Also, the list usually can be customized as per the course you are applying for. For instance, what to include in an MBA SOP varies from what you must include in an MS SOP. Also, how to write an SOP for UG courses is completely different, as there are lesser instances and relevant projects to highlight. So, depending on the course, cut short the list prepared. Step 4. Research about the course and the university. You would know a lot about the course and the university. This time around, research about the culture, the alumni, and find out how the culture and the success stories of the university chosen fit with the theme you have chosen. This would help you greatly customize your SOP and sync your goals with your chosen path. For research-based programs, it would be almost necessary to include the names of the faculty members and their respective research projects that are currently ongoing. Remember, even if it is not categorically asked, it would bode well to do your research about the faculty members who would be taking up the course you are planning to take up. Thorough research about the program is highly appreciated by universities abroad. Step 5. Write, edit, and rewrite. After completing the tasks, it is now time to write. We always recommend never to submit your first draft. It is extremely important to write it once and revisit it. You may not want to have 3 or 4 edits, but one is a must. Almost essential. Even if the story and thoughts don't change, the vocabulary and basic punctuation must be checked. In all your essays, vocabulary, spelling, and punctuation must be in order. With time at hand, there is no reason why universities would accept typo errors. Never underestimate the importance of punctuation in your essays or SOP. Also, we recommend going through the SOP after a few days. While you have had time to relax, you would be able to look at the write-up with fresh eyes and find something else you would want to include. Hence, once you have edited and have had time to think, you must rewrite your SOP and then finalize your draft. Since I was a child, my favorite thing has always been a book. Not just for the stories and information they contain, although that is a large part of it. Mostly, I have been fascinated by the concept of book as object, a tangible item whose purpose is to relate intangible ideas and images. Book bindings and jackets, different editions. The marginalia in a used book. All of these things become part of the individual book and its significance, and are worth study and consideration. Books and their equivalent forms, perfect bound, scrolled, stone tablets, papyrus, have long been an essential part of material culture and are also one of our most significant sources of information about the human historical past. Through both the literal object of the book, the words contained thereon, and its relationship to other books, forms of context, text and intertext, we are able to learn and hopefully manage layers of information with which we would otherwise have no familiarity. Furthermore, blogs, webcomics, digital archives, e-readers, and even social media sites like Tumblr and Facebook have revolutionized the concept of the book by changing how we share and transmit ideas and information. Just as the Gutenberg printing press revolutionized the book all those years ago in the 15th century. Once again, there has been an explosion both in who can send out information and who can receive it. I am deeply interested in the preservation of the physical book, as I think it is an important part of human history, not to mention a satisfying sensory experience for the reader. However, I am also very concerned with the digitization and organization of information for the modern world such that the book, in all of its forms, stays relevant and easy to access and use. Collections of books, archives, and information is stored in the world servers. Libraries and museums are essential resources that need to be properly organized and administered to be fully taken advantage of by their audiences. My purpose in applying to the University of Edinburgh's material culture and history of the book is to gain the skills necessary to keep all forms of the book relevant and functional in an age when information can move more radically than ever before. Additionally, I intend on pursuing a PhD in Library and Information Sciences upon completion of my master's, and I feel that this program will make me uniquely suited to approach library science from a highly academic and interdisciplinary perspective. As a folklore and mythology student, I have gained a robust understanding of material culture and how it relates to culture as a whole. I have also learned about the transmission of ideas, information, stories, and pieces of lore among and between populations, which is an important component of book history. Folklore is also deeply concerned with questions of the literary verses, oral lore, and the tendency for text to canonize folklore, and yet text can also question or invert canonized versions. Along with this, my studies in my focus field of religion and storytelling have been deeply concerned with intertextuality. One of my courses was specifically concerned with the Heian period Japanese novel The Tale of Genji and questions of translation and representation in post-Heian picture scrolls and also modern translations and manga. In addition to broader cultural questions concerned with gender and spirituality both in historical Japan and now, we considered the relationships between different Genji texts and images. I also have work experience that lends itself to the study of the book. After my freshman year of college, I interned at the Chicago History Museum. Though I was in the Visitor Services Department, I was exposed to the preservation and archival departments of the museum and worked closely with the Education Department, which sparked my interest in archival collections and how museums present collection information to the public. After my sophomore year of college and into my junior year, I worked at Harvard's Rare Books Library, Houghton. At Houghton, I prepared curated collections for archival storage. These collections were mostly comprised of the personal papers of noteworthy individuals, categorized into alphabetical folders. This experience made me very process-oriented and helped me to understand how collections come together on a holistic basis. Finally, in my current capacity as an education mentor in Allston, a suburb of Boston, I have learned the value of book history and material culture from an educational perspective. As a mentor who designs curriculum for individual students and small groups, I have learned to highly value clearly organized and useful educational resources such as websites, iPad apps, and books as tools for learning. By managing and organizing collections in a way that makes sense, we are making information accessible to those who need it. Statement of Purpose for MS in Mechanical Engineering. As a mechanical engineering undergraduate student with an ardent interest in the industrial work environment, I have learned the principles of mechanical engineering. Those are applicable to most machines, tools and processes, which naturally widens my scope of learning and research. This has intrigued me to explore the option of pursuing master's course in mechanical engineering from your prestigious university, which I believe will not only supplement my knowledge that I have acquired but also provide me with the best possible platform for the attainment of my future goals. I draw my inspiration towards this field from my mechanical engineer father, who serves as a mechanical supervisor in a government-run organization, National Fertilizers Limited. He was the one who introduced me to machines like lathe machine, gear cutting machine, hydraulic cutting machine, steam turbines, compressors, etc., and plants like steam generation plant, ammonia plant at a very impressionable age. This naturally triggered in me a desire to know more about what happens inside these machines and the reason behind their precise and accurate working. Also, my frequent visits to the industry enabled me to retain as well as enhance my keen interest in the field, and thus influenced me to pursue my undergraduate course in mechanical engineering. Due to my innate interest in the field of mechanical engineering and impressive performance in the engineering entrance examination, I secured a seat in this discipline of engineering at the coveted Punjab Technical University, Punjab. My undergraduate major has given me a wide exposure to numerous subjects like thermodynamics, refrigeration and air conditioning, heat and mass transfer, mechanics, mechanical vibrations, etc. My undergraduation has been a rewarding experience as I got numerous chances to visit industries to gain a close look at the application of mechanics and its related theories. I possess immense quest for knowledge, which enabled me to score more than 90% marks in practical labs of all above mentioned courses. In addition to this, with the increasing role of computers in every field of engineering, I underwent career-enhancing certifications like AutoCAD and Pro-E, which helped me to learn various design aspects. Owing to my interest in the concepts pertaining to refrigeration and air conditioning, thermal and fluid sciences, heat and mass transfer, I submitted a project in final year based on regenerative braking system for an electric bicycle, which works on principle of conservation of energy, i.e., converting the heat lost on applying brakes into electrical energy, which was well received and appreciated by department professors and HOD as well. The concept for this project is to demonstrate a regenerative braking system on an electric bicycle. The ultimate goal is to use the energy regained from the RBS as an acceleration boost on the bicycle. Although the final goal of repurposing the stored energy into an acceleration boost was not achieved, a fully functional electric bicycle with regenerative braking was built. The regenerated power was even stored in a capacitor, so finding an appropriate use for that electricity should not be difficult. In the years 2011 and 2013, I gained immense exposure to the industry on the basis of my internships, which I undertook as a part of my syllabus. Here, I got the opportunity to work in the manufacturing and maintenance department at India's leading fertilizer supplier, National Fertilizers Limited. During this internship, My immense effort in increasing the efficiency of boilers and steam turbines under the guidance of the chief engineer of the department was highly appreciated by the department personnel. The most important thing I learned during the internship was that steam turbines are one of the main energy-consuming equipment, even though not much attention is paid to them. Trimming of operating parameters such as steam inlet pressure and steam inlet pressure are essential for efficient operation of steam turbines. Huge benefits can be reaped by optimizing operating parameters, by minor modifications, and even by replacing old inefficient turbines. After completing my internship, I joined Hotel the Royal Plaza as an engineer in maintenance and operations department, where my major responsibilities included handling refrigeration equipments, chiller plants, and boilers. Working alongside mechanical engineers, I not only applied the principles I had learned during my undergraduate study, but I also become familiar with different types of machinery. Working together and managing a team of 25 technicians initially was a challenging task, but gradually it developed in me effective leadership skills along with enhancing my technical expertise. Now, after attaining an experience of more than 15 months and achieving a level of expertise, I feel the need of higher education, and after exploring all the available and feasible options, I find that a prestigious university like yours is the best choice for me. At this juncture of my career, I feel that my educational and professional qualification, coupled with the opportunities arising out with tremendous industrialization, have reinforced my goals and have developed a keen desire in me to pursue my master's course in mechanical engineering from your university, which would definitely equip me with comprehensive and specialized skills as an outcome of rigorous trainings in all aspects of mechanical engineering. Browsing through the information given on the website of University X, I am highly impressed with the accomplished faculty members, environment, and the facilities the university has to offer to its students. I also realize that the syllabus offered at this university is designed to meet the demands of the present-day industry, covering manufacturing, production, and R&D and maintenance aspects, amongst others. There are as many as 25 research labs and 18 teaching labs in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, and the university is ranked amongst the top in Canada and in top 450 among world universities, which indicate its high standard. Given these facts, I believe that there cannot be a better platform than this university to obtain advanced knowledge of the mechanical field. I have come to a conclusion that the Master in Engineering program offered by Department of Mechanical Engineering at XXX University is excellently structured to match my requirements. I believe studying in your university with high-tech facilities, excellent faculty, and the highly suitable environment are of utmost necessity to achieve new heights in life. I am fully aware of the fact that pursuing this course requires a high level of intelligence, dedication, and immense sacrifice. I am confident that I have the capability to contribute positively towards your esteemed university, and with great hope, I eagerly wait for your benevolent act of accepting me into your fold and granting me an admission in my desired course. Statement of purpose. The subject of biology intrigued me the day it was introduced as a part of our curriculum in middle school. The living things, human body, animals, plants, and of course the microorganisms captured my imagination and motivated me to study about them in depth. The practical application of theoretical concepts like pollen germination, identification of common disease-causing organisms like Ascaris, Entamoeba, through permanent slides or specimens, etc. were the ones I enjoyed the most. I stood amongst the top 3 scorers in our branch for 3 consecutive years. In my final year, Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Center, IEDC, and National Science and Technology Development Board, NSTEDB, New Delhi sponsored my project titled Design and fabrication of solid-state fermenter for the production of value-added product. In this project, I, along with my project partners, designed our own solid-state bioreactor for the production of protease. Liquid fermentation is a wide area of research, but solid-state fermentation needs attention, and many new technologies to scale up the process need to be developed. This challenge motivated me to design our own solid-state fermenter, which today is used by our department for the students. During my third year of engineering, I pursued my training at Institute of Biotechnology, Hyderabad on mammalian cell culture and protein purification. I also took part in various paper and poster presentations like Recent Advances in Food and Fermentation Technology by UICT, North Maharashtra University. Biotechnology Advances by SSBTCOET Bamburi, and Entrepreneurship Development Camp, organized by Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Center, IEDC. I have also attended a 3-day workshop on fermentation technology, organized by SSBTCOET, Jalgaon. Watching the innovative inventions in the field of food technology captivated my mind and made me love my chosen career path even more. After completing my undergraduation, I underwent a 6-month internship program in Bangalore Biotech Labs Private Limited, which is a biopharmaceutical company known for the production of mAbs, vaccines, insulin, plasma, API and enzymes, and also manufacturing and marketing of industrial fermenters. I was selected for this internship program through an All India exam conducted by Biotech Consortium India Limited, New Delhi. In this, I received hands-on experience on cleaning and sterilization of 40-liter fermenter, animal cell culture, downstream processing, and microbial fermentation. The Gov. of India also provided me with a stipend of 10,000 Indian rupees per $161.29 per month. As an undergraduate in biotechnology engineering, I look forward to refine my knowledge and skills in my areas of interest through graduate study, which will provide me a platform to engage in intensive and innovative research and development in India in future. I believe my MS study will serve to give direction to my goal of a career as a food scientist, technologist at a commercial organization. Looking at the rate at which world population is growing and challenges being faced in storage and food processing, especially in India, in spite of excellent food production in agriculture, I want to work upon different food processes and try to make them more efficient and economic. India has a great potential for food production in different sectors, however, due to insufficient infrastructure for storage capacity and transportation facilities from farm to end user, high percentage of the produce is lost due to spoilage. I firmly believe that efficient and rapid processing technologies will greatly reduce these losses and make efficient use of the produce to feed the hungry millions. I, therefore, want to acquaint myself with various technologies in the food processing industries and widen my knowledge base by pursuing MS in your esteemed college. The research interest of Research Associate Professor ABC in the Food Safety Microbiology and Evaluation of Interventions for the Reduction of Pathogens in Various Foods has increased my curiosity and, thus, tempted me to choose this university for my further studies. The outstanding research facilities at your institute, combined with the relish of learning from excellent research professionals like Dr. ABC, has bewitched me to join this institution. With my theoretical knowledge, practical skills coupled with my dedication and sincerity for achieving my targets, I am well equipped to meet your expectations. I am confident that, if admitted, I would surely satisfy your expectations and fulfill my ambition. Statement of Purpose for MS in Civil Engineering after 3.5 years of undergraduate study in civil engineering. I feel completely satisfied with my decision to choose engineering as my career option, as it has revealed the most pragmatic and down-to-earth approach to tackling human problems to me. My enthusiasm, coupled with scope for innovations and opportunities available in the field of civil engineering, has motivated me to opt for higher studies and contribute to the field through meaningful research. I sincerely believe that pursuing graduation at X University at this juncture of my career will be an ideal step in this direction. My decision to major in civil engineering is a direct result of my desire to contribute to the development of state-of-the-art infrastructure in my country, aiming towards improving its global standing. Foundation of this lies in my childhood admiration of my father, a civil engineer who I frequently accompanied for his site visits. Each time I visited the site and witnessed the machines and related processes, my excitement and inquisitiveness knew no bounds. My desire to pursue my MS in civil engineering stems from the gradual accumulation of theories and naive practical applications of the observed concepts during the site visits. During my undergraduation in civil engineering at GLA Institute of Technology, Mathura, I gained my initial formal exposure to construction management through courses like Building and Construction Material and Design of Buildings, which opened my eyes to the latest construction technology and management methods. The course in Construction Management highlighted the importance of effective team coordination for project execution in quality construction practice and exposed me to plethora of applications of operations research in project management. In the third year of my undergraduation, I received in-depth practical knowledge during the 6-month industrial training, during which I was a part of a commercial building project for DLF. Here, I took upon the task of performing a study of testing of materials procured for mix design and design of reinforced concrete structures. Also, I had the opportunity to visit and learn about surveying. In addition, I was exposed to the various aspects of construction engineering and management and interacted with the engineers involved with futuristic activities that thoroughly inspired me and reinforced my decision to pursue my graduate study in this field. At this point of my academic career, I realize that my undergraduate education has provided me with what is only a glimpse of this field, and there is so much more waiting to be explored and created in this industry. Thus, armed with the much valued consent of my professors, guidance of my seniors, and careful perusal of the web pages of your university, I am convinced that my academic career will receive the much required exposure and enhancement, enabling me to pursue extensive research and excel at it. Not only does the university's distinguished faculty, excellent laboratory facilities, and high reputation attract me, but also does the ongoing researches by eminent faculty. My choice of this specialization is motivated by its multidisciplinary nature, which will broaden my horizons and give me flexibility in professional practice. My undergraduate curriculum has enabled me to clear my fundamentals, and now I feel the need to pursue refinement of the attained knowledge through a master's course at the prestigious South Carolina State University. The fast-emerging global scenario in the field of civil engineering, and moreover the quality of education and exposure to a plethora of research work in the USA, supplemented by my own interest, has helped me to fortify my decision to pursue graduate studies in the USA. I am applying to your university because of the excellent reputation of your school. In addition, your splendid facilities are also a major attraction to me. In my experience as a student, I know for certain that good facilities can make a difference in a student's life and learning experience. I hope you will grant me the privilege of pursuing my master's degree in your prestigious university. I look forward to a long and fruitful association with X University.